Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to get rid of the screen that pops up when you run a macro. So for example, I've already assigned a function to this macro, which is go to the first sheet, copy this entire table, which is just a table of stainless steel. Doesn't matter, it could be anything. So copy this table into this table. But as you can see here, if I run this macro, it first opens up this macro editing sheet for me. And then it also, it does copy the chart as well. So the question is, how do you get rid of that? So how do you make it so that when you press this button, it only copies what you asked for and not pull up the macro editing sheet. So that is a common mistake, and it can be solved in here when you go to developer tab. If you don't have the developer tab, go to click on file, come down to options, and then on the customize ribbon, on the right hand side, if you see on the main tab, it says developer. If this is unchecked, just click on it so that it's has a blue check mark, and then just press OK, and you will have the developer tab. So in here you can edit the macros. So what you might have done is when you click the record macro. So for example, I want to make a macro, but I don't necessarily want to write down the code for it. So what I do is I hit record macro, and then whatever I do, it will just record it in a form of a code. So and then you can assign that code into a button. So make sure that when you do hit this button, you don't go into macros and then into edit. So what that will do is that will generate this code right here that it says application go to reference and then macro 2. So I'll show you guys. So for example, if I delete this one and then save it, now if I minimize this again, I come to this button. This button can be generated in here. You go to insert, and then you can create a button, and then you can, let's say, name it macro or copy. You can edit the name here. Copy. You can make it as big or as small as you want. And then if you right click and assign macro, you can click on this macro too, so that now when I do click on this button, as you can see, it refreshed the page. So that means it went to the sheet 1. It copied all of the data. But let's say we want to record another macro to show you the screen pop up. So let's do another macro recording. Okay, so you can either hit here, hit this record macro button. It's also down here. So let's say you want to record a macro. It's called macro 3, and that you make sure that it's in this workbook. So you hit OK. So what you might have done is you might have, after clicking that macro, record macro, you might have clicked here to see the code, or for some reason you clicked on the macro and hit edit. And as you can see here, it already records that application.go to reference, and then it will take you to macro 2, which is the name of this page. So, and then you can do this all over again. You can come here, you can select this entire table, copy, go to the second sheet, highlight this entire thing, and then you want to paste that table in this space. And then that's about it. This is our macro. So now if I go to developer and stop recording, click back on macro, edit. As you can see, we have two macros now, so macro 2 and macro 3. So let's say we want to get rid of this one, or actually let's just save it. See if that works. So now I come down here, I assign macro 3 to this button that we previously assigned macro 2. Click OK. Now if I click on this, it should open up that macro editing sheet for me. Yeah, as you can see. So if you get rid of this line again, save it, it will not bring up that sheet. So this is how you can get rid of that pop-up page at the start of your macro, so that when you do run your macro, it doesn't open up the macro editing sheet for you. I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more informational video about SolidWorks and Excel.